Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. In this one, going to be talking about the quarterbacks that the 49ers do have to face for the 2020 season, seeing which players are the top threat for the 49ers defense come 2020. Got this article idea from NinersNation.com. Thank you, I guess, to them for giving me an idea because, hey, running out of video ideas for a little bit. We'll be trying to do some top 3 videos coming in June and July, training camp, preseason. It's coming really fast, a couple of more months, minus anything crazy with this whole outbreak happening right now, and we'll see what that leads us to in the future. But yep, going to be talking about that. Hope you guys had a great Friday. Sorry I didn't have a video out on Thursday. I know, right? Trying to flip-flop on what I want to do for the scheduling for my videos this time, and then hopefully in June can work on my other project that I said in my last videos, saying podcast, website, second channel, all that cool stuff, and hopefully I do have the time to implement everything by then. Hopefully you guys do stay tuned and invest in my channel and my life, I guess. Yeah, I know that's weird, right? Anyways, gonna get the video started, but before I do, please like and subscribe. That's gonna definitely help me out a lot. Click that bell notification to get notified of future videos. Share the channel, share this content with fellow Niner faithfuls. Let's get this started. 49ers quarterbacks who they have to face for the defense in 2020. All right, so I'm looking at NinersNation.com. They had a top 5 quarterbacks that are the biggest threat to the 49ers come this season. The top 5 quarterbacks from them are number 5 to 1. 5 is Drew Brees. Number 4 is Carson Wentz. Number 3 is Dak Prescott. Number 2 is Kyler Murray. Number 1 is Russell Wilson. I think that's a pretty good lineup right there. Those are great quarterbacks in my opinion, all of them. But I do have to say a couple of things. Drew Brees should not be number 5. I think that's kind of a blasphemy thing to say that Drew Brees is the number 5 quarterback threat for the 49ers defense this year. I feel like you should bump up to at least top 3 with Murray and Russell Wilson. That's just me in my opinion. Carson Wentz, Dak Prescott, I'll probably flip that forward with Wentz being the bigger threat than Dak, because if you look at pure quarterback talent, I would say Wentz is a better talent than Dak in my opinion. Dak is a great quarterback, don't get me wrong, but I feel like with him, you need a really good team in order for him to succeed big time in the NFL. He had some great moments, but at the same time, a lot of it is on Ezekiel Elliott, a lot of it's on his great receivers, but hey, you do have to have a great team in order to be a great quarterback. But I've seen with my guy, Jimmy G, I know, right? If you're not a Niner fan, I'm talking about Jimmy G in a positive way. But anyways, Jimmy G, you saw him coming from the New England Patriots to the 49ers in 2017. Couple of games with pretty much no talent, no crazy household names. He did a really good job with us and went 5-0 for us, and we were playing teams that were still trying to vie for a playoff spot somewhat in that year, like the Tennessee Titans, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Remember them? They were a pretty good team. But yeah, Jimmy G, with the little talent that they have, he did a really good job. Dak, you really need Ezekiel Elliott to run that offense, and if he's not there, then he's not the most effective quarterback coming into any game. And his offensive line is usually good. His receivers are pretty good as well. They do have CD Lamb now, so we'll see what they do with that. But yeah, Dak, I mean, as great of a quarterback that he is, I mean, he's asking for so much money. I don't even know why I went to the 49er topic to a Cowboy topic, but yeah, just talking about him, I just don't believe he should be the highest paid quarterback. I feel like, in my opinion, he should be like a 25 to almost $30 million quarterback, and even saying $30 million is a lot of money for his talent, in my opinion. But hey, it is what it is. The Cowboys, they can do whatever they want. Jerry Jones has all the money in the world to sign Dak Prescott to any contract. But yeah, I mean, for me, Wentz, in terms of talent, I think he's better than Prescott, although Prescott's been able to stay healthy pretty much his whole career. I don't think he's missed a game in his couple of years of starting for the Cowboys since 2016, 2017. Wentz has missed a ton of games, and that's not good for the Philadelphia Eagles, and that's why they drafted Jalen Hurts from Oklahoma. Anyways, look at it. So their top 5 list, it's, you know, pretty accurate. I think they have all the right quarterbacks in it. Maybe you could put Aaron Rodgers some way, shape, or form, but even then, the Packers, they didn't really do anything for him. They didn't draft an offensive lineman. They didn't draft a wide receiver. They drafted a quarterback, traded up to get this guy, Jordan Love, in the first round, so that's even more crazy. Maybe they wanted Brandon Ayuk. There were some rumors that we got him for a trade. We step up ahead of him, and then they drafted Jordan Love with a trade up, but I don't know. That's probably not a true rumor, but it is what it is. Anyways, Rodgers, you could put him on that list, but it's just his team is really not the best right now on paper. Looking at it, Niners Nation putting Drew Brees as the number 5 quarterback, I don't think that's an accurate thing to say, in my opinion. But, you know, if I had to make my list of the top quarterbacks that we have to face this year in 2020 for our defense, with Nick Bosa leading our team to victory, hopefully, is number 5. Dak Prescott. Number 4, Carson Wentz. Number 3, probably Drew Brees. Number 2, Kyler Murray. Number 1, Russell Wilson. I think Brees, if you talk about just pure passing, yes, he should be the top quarterback in the whole list right here. But if you talk about the whole package, just passing and running the ball, extending plays, I'd say Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson is number 2, number 1, respectively. You could probably put him 1A, 1B because you saw Murray last year and his very few starts, and then come into the game on Thursday Night Football and the game the second week later in San Francisco. He had really good games against us, and our defense was pretty healthy a little bit for the most part. The first meeting on Thursday night, we were pretty healthy, but it was a Thursday night game, so we got to give them a little bit of a slack. But they almost had a great victory against us in San Francisco. They were up 16-0, but luckily Jimmy G and company were able to make a nice comeback after that. So Murray is a very big threat. He is surprising pretty much everybody, not just the Arizona Cardinals, but us in San Francisco. I thought he was just going to be a no threat because our defense was awesome. But yeah, the 49ers, hopefully Robert Saleh and company, they are playing for multiple quarterbacks, because that was really the big downfall, not really downfall, but our big con of 2020 or 2019 defense is just the ability to face mobile quarterbacks. We've had a little bit of trouble with them. We've had trouble with Lamar Jackson. So hopefully they're working on that. Javon Kinlaw and company, they could stuff the inside, outside of the defensive line, and that's really what we really need to improve on come this campaign in 2020. They can get sacks, they can get pressure, but can they seal off the lane when they want to run, when they have to escape the pocket and, I guess, scramble to get some extra downs for them? So that's the big thing, I would say, the biggest criticism I have for the 49ers defense. But yeah, Russell Wilson, he is number 1 hands down. I mean, this guy always causes us trouble no matter what. We've had epic games with them when both teams are really good, whether he's a mobile quarterback, whether he's a passer. I mean, he's really evolved into a very good passer for the past couple of years now. I mean, if you guys remember in 2012, 2013, the Super Bowl run that they had, he was just kind of there, sort of. I mean, he could run, but at the same time, he was just passing a little bit. He was more of a quote-unquote game manager. And then I think 2015 and beyond, he's been able to do great things with a terrible team, essentially. I mean, without Wilson, that Seahawks team would not be good, in my opinion. But yeah, every time he's there at the quarterback, they always have a chance to win. And they even beat us last year in overtime on Monday Night Football, although we should have won the game. But hey, it is what it is. We did beat them on a Dre Greenlaw play week 17, so I'm still happy about that. But hopefully we have some epic battles coming into 2020. I really expect all the NFC West games to be competitive. Even the LA Rams, I'm not the best solely sold on them, but at the same time, they're still a threat to the 49ers anyway, shape, or form. I still think we're the best team in the NFC West. Best offense, best defense, but, well, Arizona, they might have a case for offense, but just overall package, I think the 49ers, we have a chance to win the NFC West and hopefully make it back to the Super Bowl in 55. No Super Bowl hangover. But yeah, that's my list right there. So in review, number 5, I would go with Carson Wentz. Number 5, I would go with Dak Prescott. I think he's a great quarterback, but I think the quarterbacks ahead of him are just better, in my opinion. Carson Wentz, number 4. He's a great quarterback, but always injured. Number 3, Drew Brees. He's getting up there a little bit in age, but he has really good talent around him. I mean, you got to remember, they got Emmanuel Sanders. Number 2, I would put Kyler Murray. Number 1, I would put Russell Wilson. If you want to swap those two, that's not a problem at all. But Wilson, he has the history against us, and also he's just a big threat, and he's more of a complete quarterback right now at this stage of the career of both players. So, yep, that's pretty much it, you guys. Please let me know what you guys think about quarterbacks that we have to face this year in 2020. Who is the biggest threat coming into this campaign? I like what you got to say in the comments below. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe. That's going to definitely help me out a lot. I'll be catching you guys up probably tomorrow on a Saturday, if not on a Sunday. I'll see y'all then. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Go Niners all day. Hot boys.